Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score up to $2,000 off the brand new Kawasaki Ridge. Built for work or play, the Kawasaki Ridge takes off-road comfort to a whole new level. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of August. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-on, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! You're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Here we go. Welcome into On the Block. I am Austin Norman, back after a couple day hiatus. That's right.
You're back.
It's me. It's your boy.
I was looking over there like, dang, where's Nick?
He gone.
And where's Bach?
He gone.
You back.
I'm back.
My boy.
We got off on the wrong foot, but we're going anyways. Stricky, thanks for holding it down. I'm glad you made it back, right? You were on the road. Any delays, any hiccups, or smooth travel this time for you, my guy?
No hiccups.
Hey.
Pretty smooth.
Let's go.
I even made the change because I was originally supposed to be back, and I said, Austin's been out. I said, I've got to get back. We had WTF last night, and I need to get back, man, in the studio. And, obviously Bach and I's, a little short-term reunion. So I was like, I at least got to get in the studio with Bach. And I changed my flight. And they were very accommodating. Got back. in the morning instead of the evening.
Look at
So it
that.
worked out.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well, I talked to you on your day. Again, proud of you. Congratulations.
You did,
Happy
man.
for
I
you. That's
appreciate it. Thank you
freaking
for that.
awesome.
Thank you.
Proud of you for that. How proud are you of Team USA at the Olympics? Stricky, them sprinters be flying.
I didn't want to answer because that was one of the things. Sometimes you get some echo is in here. Yeah. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone.
Oh my gosh.
Is at this early stage of her career is already the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who has broken a record 6 times since 2019. Bro, that's crazy.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's a record every year.
That's crazy. And I'm just dumbfounded because someone who has been in her early stages a major challenger to her in Femke Bol was nowhere to be seen.
No.
When
Not
it came down to it. Wasn't even in the picture. And I'm just, it's like she just seems to continue to get better. And I still don't think it's over. I think she becomes the first woman to break the 50 second mark.
Woo.
I think she becomes the first woman to do it.
I buy it.
And, so I'm happy for her on that. It was sad. I happened to watch yesterday the women's polo team against Australia in I don't know what they call it in polo. I think they call it a shootout or,
And we call it the shootout.
We call it a shootout. But, it's 6-5 and they have one shot and don't make it happen.
Wah, wah, wah.
So I felt bad for them on that. Shout out to the women's volleyball team. Got after Brazil because Brazil's not an easy win.
Beat them for gold last time.
Yeah, not an easy win. So that was the first time I think they said they played in the semis. So that was pretty dope. So shout out to them. Men's basketball got the job done. There's a lot of controversy. They're saying it was very tight, down 17 at one point. A lot of controversy. They're saying Austin with there's some ref complaining. There's some rig complaining. Bogdanovich is thrown out there. Whether that's the case or not, tough to say. Can't really say that's the case for sure. I just think they ran out of gas, to be honest. I just think the depth just wasn't very accommodating, wasn't able to get it done.
They didn't shoot as well from 3 in the fourth quarter as they did throughout the game. And guess what?
And then Embiid shows up, and then so does Steph.
Well, Embiid is less than, he played one of his better games.
Yeah.
It was Steph. KD went 3 for 3 in the fourth. And then
LeBron turned it on a little bit.
First player ever with multiple Olympic triple doubles.
Yeah.
They relied on those 3 guys and a little bit of Embiid. I don't know if they deserve to make it here, but they found a way, and here they go again.
Yeah, Now here's where I have a problem, though, Austin. You start throwing around the best team ever. Stop it. Stop it. Don't know. I don't think there'll be another team better than 92 team. I'm just going to be honest.
This team beats the Dream Team in 5. 5.
You're saying that team beats the Dream Team
in 5?
You crazy.
I don't know if I believe it. I just had to say it.
402-464-5685. What is Austin? Was he on the ayahuasca or was he on the Snoop Dogg? Just tell me which one
I'm
he was
on the good sense.
When he's there it is, but not good sense. You don't have good sense.
No.
But
good sense was too good. It got rid of my good sense.
There you go.
That's how it works.
My man. Yeah. But those are some things that I thought about. But there's some others. What's up?
Noah Lyles, your boy leaning for the tape.
Man.
And then apparently has COVID. He's still running.
Yeah. It came up. Either it was fake hype, not him being hype, because he's the man. He hadn't lost in a lot of races. So either in his entrance, he had a healing moment, and he was just ready to go. It was just the aftermath. It was like, and look, that's alleged. I'm not going to say that that's the case, but he was very hyped. Looked like he had a lot of energy coming into it. I would have been walking out there like, I'm hoping I can get through this.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20
seconds.
Know what I mean? I don't know if I would have came out with that kind of hype, but maybe he should have saved it.
And
sometimes what happens in those situations too, man, is you have that adrenaline dump, bro. you're trying to achieve something that hadn't been done by an American in a long time, which is that double.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a hard double too, man. I mean, just that's a lot emotionally, physically, and the accommodations suck.
Well, and the fact you barely won the 100,
right?
So it's not like you were a dominating favorite.
Yeah. So, it's what happens from here is the mental.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Twice now you've come up with bronze in that race that's supposed to be your best. Because I'm going to tell you this, he's getting older, and that Tobogo young fella is only going to get better to me. He was already challenging in a lot of ways. He's only going to get better to me.
Yep.
So I don't know how much easier it gets at this point. Obviously, Tobogo still got some ways to go as far as the PBs, their personal best.
Mm-hmm.
His PBs I think is 23 or no 19-3, 19-3-1. Tobogo's is 19.45. The record is 19. I think 19-1, 19-1-1, 19-1-7, or 1-9. 19-1-9.
19-19.
19-1-9.
Who said it?
The Great Bolt. The Great Bolt.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we got going on there. But it's the mental from this point on, Austin. I think it's going to be a mental thing for him.
Makes sense to me.
Shout out to oh gosh, I think it's Tara. Long jump. Man.
She was flying.
She was flying, bro. She was
turned
touching,
low grab on.
getting close to that world or Olympic record, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to her. I mean, there's so many, man. They just the women's basketball
on to gold
did their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just it's a continuation, man, of just greatness, and it's good to see.
Sure is. 402-464-5685. Any Olympic headlines you have, let us know. Right, want you to be a part of the conversation all show long. Show brought to you by Nebco. Nebco and Constructors hiring for all positions. They've got immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. You can join the Nebco crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Laborers' wages start at $23 and up based on experience. You can visit nebcoinc.com or constructorslincoln.com to learn more. Yeah, Stricky, I went down some Big Ten basketball rabbit holes last night prepping for the corner three. And I've got a couple big questions for Nebraska men's basketball, especially since they're in the offseason. So we're going to go to break. We'll talk some Husker hoops in hour one. We'll talk some college football playoff, making our 12-team predictions.
Quinn, we see you. We're going to talk about it, my boy.
We'll get there. We'll also hear from EJ Barthel and Garrett McGuire in hour two of the show. Don't go anywhere. This is On the Block. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you right after this.
Bill Bush here for Hefty Seed Company, who wants you to know about their summer meeting on Wednesday, August 21st. You know how deeply I care about ag. So I'm locked into these topics for the meeting, including input costs for the 2025 growing season, weed control, fertility, seed traits, new varieties, herbicide, and crop protection pricing, and all industry news. RSVP today, heftyseed.com/store meetings, or call 402-646-2040. It's the Hefty Agronomy Meeting at Harvest Hall at Seward County Fairground on Wednesday, August 21st from 1 to 2:30 with lunch at 12:30. Free lunch. Don't miss it.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly cloudy to partly sunny skies throughout the day. and an afternoon high around 74. Tonight we'll see partly cloudy skies with a low around 55. And tomorrow we'll see partly sunny skies return again, an afternoon high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Become part of the Landmark difference today. Landmark Implement, your John Deere dealer, is currently hiring in our parts departments. As a member of our team, you'll assist customers in finding the right parts for their equipment, manage inventory, and collaborate with sales and service. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you at our dealership. Apply today and grow your career with Landmark Implement, where your skills make a difference in the ag community every day. See full details online at landmark.careers.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Talking some Husker hoops as they're in the midst of fall camp themselves. Austin Norman, Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland with you here on the Block, brought to you by Nebco. Stricky, I was sitting down. I was just kind of going through the Big Ten teams. That's what I'm going to focus on for the quarter three tonight. And I went over the top tier, kind of the bottom tier teams where I think they're going to fall. And I had a really hard time placing Nebraska. For as many guys as they bring back and important guys as they bring back, when I look at this team, I see talent. I see some interesting newcomers that catch my eye. But the biggest question for me, Strick, is will Nebraska be able to shoot the three enough? Last year in the NCAA tournament, they faced a team in Texas A&M that did not shoot it well until they played Nebraska, of course. A&M made up for it with elite athleticism. Bart Torvik has Nebraska rated 35th on the defensive end for this coming year. And I think if Nebraska is the 35th best defense in the country, I'd be shocked. I don't know if I see that right now. But in my experience, Strick, so many times with Nebraska, different Duke teams I've followed, or even just other teams like, oh, if this guy shoots a little bit better, if that guy shoots a little bit better, they could be really special. It doesn't always happen. Bryce Williams, good shooter, maybe even elite shooter, moving off the ball. And that's really all we know about this team. Jawan, up and down, streaky.
Asijan,
we'll see,
We'll
right?
see.
One of each year. Griffiths, not good last year, but has the reputation. Morgan didn't shoot a lot, shot him, okay percentage-wise, but didn't shoot a lot of them. Mia, not going to shoot from long range.
No.
That's the one hole in Worcester's game. Ulis can't shoot it. Sam Hoiberg took a little bit of a step back as a role guy. He couldn't afford to do that to keep
No,
his
the newcomer
role.
can, but
Janowski, we'll see if he gets on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I look at this Nebraska team, I see pieces to be spunky, to be competitive, but you can't tell me that every single one of those guys is going to be a better shooter this coming year than last year. Oh, and you lost probably your two most important shooters. What Casey did off the bounce and hitting some crazy ones that bailed you out, and Rink Mass and his ability to stretch the floor, change the geometry of the court at the center position. Nebraska's not going to be bad. There's a high enough floor. There's enough veterans there. I think it's going to be a competitive Nebraska team. But in the quest to win the first game in the NCAA tournament, I'm more concerned as ever after doing some research, looking at the numbers last night, that Nebraska might not have enough shooting to finish where it did in the Big Ten again this year.
And the Big Ten's gotten better.
Big Ten has gotten better.
I mean, I think it's...
You had at least one contender, if not two.
There's going to be some question marks out there on some teams, how they're going to be able to, make a difference from what they've lost. We still have some question marks about Iowa. We're probably going to still have some question marks because it's tough to replace two guards like Hogard and Walker. I mean, we got to see what Michigan State's going to do. But here's the one thing that they do have going for them: great coaching. You know what I mean? Great coaching.
Yeah.
So, I believe in him being able to make the adjustment to make the team work according to what they have.
Yeah.
They're going to have a big man. I know he's capable of making that adjustments. If they have a wing that comes in and it's not too guard heavy, I know he'll make the adjustments to make that happen. I just don't know if I can see that from Fred. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little bit. I'm cautiously optimistic on how that will go. Because if you look at what they've had the last few, it's been pretty much the same. Even from Walker, very perimeter dominated, didn't shoot. What made that team uniquely different wasn't the coaching, the changes, the adjustments, or anything of that nature. It was a lot of it had to do with you had a guy that you were able to find. Shout out to the coaching staff for finding a guy like Rink Mass. I think he performed probably of what their expectation would be.
Sure.
He would show up probably even higher on a scouting report, and there would be some adjustments made to deal with him if he was coming back this year. But I'm cautiously optimistic as to how Coach Hoiberg will make the adjustments to what now he has, because Rink Mass light.
You hope Morgan turns into Mass,
right?
You hope.
Hopefully Rink Mass. I'm not going to say he's going to become him or better. I'm saying light. You kind of.
Well, I still think he's right between Alec and Mass.
Okay.
He's kind of a
Little
blend
banger.
of their. Yeah, he's got more get up and go, like dunk with two hands from standing than Rink. Probably not as bouncy as Josiah.
Right.
He's a better passer than Alec was, but not as good as Mass.
A mini hybrid.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like 75% of each player.
Yeah. So we've got that. Then Mia.
Funny.
So that's something you haven't had. You weren't able, as a staff, you weren't able to really incorporate a guy kind of like him, but we know Mia's bouncier than what big fella JUCO. Shoot. Never played because injury.
Oh, Keita. Blaze
Keita.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Not with Blaze. No. He's a little bit unique because he's probably a lob guy.
He runs the floor.
But you've got your wings back and you've added some wings.
Yeah.
So what is he gonna look like? That's where I'm interested to see what type of changes and adjustments, because Mia's not going to be able to operate in the style that they played last year. So what are they going to do with it? That's what I'm hoping to see.
Well, and I don't think Morgan is either, right? Because he's not just a role guy like Alec, and he's not just a pop guy like they used Mass last year. They have to figure out how those guys operate individually and probably together.
Yeah.
Because I think Nebraska has good size on this year's team, maybe not the most athletic, which is where A&M could get away with some stuff that Nebraska couldn't, for example.
And then they didn't change that, Austin.
No.
You're right. They didn't get better in that area of athleticism.
No.
And what was the problem there?
Outside of Mia.
Outside of Mia.
That's the only one.
And defense was an issue.
At times.
So are they going to get better? I mean, they were collectively as a whole good defensively.
Yeah, but no stopper.
Individually. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Go ahead.
And that brings me to probably the most important guy on the roster is Bryce Williams.
Yeah.
He's got to stay healthy, and he's got to take a step forward, right? He was good last year. Bryce Williams was good.
He's got to be a Keisei Tamanaga type where you're scoring in that 17 to 18 to 20 range. It don't have to be regularly, but I think it has to be, in a good portion of their games.
I see where you're going with that. I think he's got to be Terrence Shannon Jr.
Ooh,
he's never going to be that.
He's got to go to that next level.
He's never going to be that explosive in a straight line, right? He's a smooth athlete. He has some explosion, right? I'm saying Bryce is a bad athlete by any means, right? He's good. He can get up. He can go. But Terrence Shannon Jr. had the takeover gene.
Boy.
When he found a weakness in the defense.
Talk your stuff.
Terrence Shannon Jr. went at it.
Facts.
And here's the thing. Illinois got out of Terrence Shannon Jr.'s way. They had Hawkins. They had Domask setting him up quite a bit. But Illinois went to Terrence Shannon Jr. down the stretch. Or they leveraged him to get another guy a good look. Bryce Williams has to be willing to take that next step as a defender. Like, Shannon Jr. wasn't the greatest defender, but he could lock in and lock you up.
That's a fact.
Not the greatest shooter, but he worked at it and got better off the dribble as well. Bryce Williams didn't go takeover mode very much last year. And that was probably by design, right? With the by committee approach with Mass, Tominaga, and Williams all averaging double-digit points per game.
Yeah.
But Strick, I don't know who's going to be that secondary scorer for Nebraska right now.
Consistently.
Yeah. So, at least early in the year, Bryce Williams has to be hot, and I think he has to be the closer and prove that he's an NBA guy for Nebraska to have a shot at winning in March.
I agree, my boy. No rebuttal to that. I absolutely agree. But that's the thing. Can someone who is barely could show emotion and clap and, you know what I'm saying? Can someone over the course of a year literally make that type of leap? Because here's the problem. He's been that way for 3 years. He's been the same him. He's been the same him. I just don't know. I just think he just goes with the flow, and as it goes, it goes. You know what I mean? Not yo. Give me a little inflection. Make it interesting. I don't think he gives me that, and I don't know if. You can't talk that into somebody. It's got to be in you, Austin.
Right.
Would you agree?
Totally.
It's got to be in you. I can't come to you and say, yo, I need you, baby. Come on. I can't bring that out. You got to have that in yourself to want to offer that up. You know what I mean?
Right. And now it might take a teammate to say something to you to activate it, but it's got to be in there to activate.
Facts.
They can't create it in you. They can find it in you. They can bring it out of you.
Facts.
But they can't create it in you.
Like a good instance of that, Austin, is like, okay, the time that I was given the assignment, I didn't know it was going to be at the time. The time I was given the assignment for Michael Jordan, I was going to have to guard him, right? And in the beginning, I was, that's Michael. Whoa, dang, that's what I dreamed of. Man, I wore his shoes. Then the toss came up, man, beep, dump, bump Michael. I'm fighting. What's up? That's how, you know what I mean? I don't know if he has that switch.
I don't know.
So that's what's going to be interesting to find out.
If he has that switch and he turns it on, Nebraska can make the tournament.
I think they can make it.
If he's the same Bryce Williams, that's an NIT team right now.
Yeah, because I don't think Juwan Gary's consistency. I listen, we've talked about this on many occasions. I don't know if they're taking advantage and using each one's strengths to their full advantage. Right? Here's what I mean by that. You saw the video. I showed it to you. The video of when we were in the NIT tournament and we were playing against Fresno State.
Yeah. Yep.
You saw how fast that ball moved up the court?
Bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang, boom, dunk. Right? It barely touched the ground. Right? That's the type of stuff they should be doing with Juwan, with Essien, with who else?
Griffiths can run. Mia can run.
Right?
Handle.
Lane run. He should be Mikey Moore to the middle of the paint. I'm pushing, I'm
Griffiths can
drawing,
run.
and I'm dropping, and he's putting somebody in the rim. But do you think we've seen that on a consistent basis last year? No.
Well, no, we saw them slow down.
Right. When they had advantages sometimes. Austin. I mean, when when we were even out there in the at the tournament, I'm looking like a couple times. It wasn't just a one-off. It was like 2 or 3 times where Texas A&M guys got hung up, fell, went out of bounds or something, and you're 5 on 4, and you slowed down and let them get back on defense. Facepalm.
Airplane facepalm. Full on.
That ball should have been boom, boom, drive, C, drop, open 3, or layup.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. So if there's not some adjustments in that range also, Austin, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just don't think them playing without masks and, some things that we're uncertain of, I don't believe any of those guys outside of Bryce, and I still think he's shaky as far as getting the ball one-on-one. Like Terrence, like you said, Terrence, we need a bucket. It's time. Give it to me. Let me do work. I don't know if there's anybody on that team that's like that.
I completely agree. And to be fair, it might not look exactly the same as Terrence Shannon Jr. because Illinois wasn't afraid to go 1-4 low or bring Hawkins up to pick and pop and then let him cook, right? It might be a set for Bryce Williams. But here's the thing. When he has that split-second advantage, he can't give it back up.
Right.
Got to recognize immediately, what does my team need out of me, and go for it. Real quick from the text line here, Sam at Hy-Vee says, Bryce is a different dude. He's going to step up, but not play outside himself. We're not asking Bryce to take 25 shots a game. We're saying in the biggest moments, he's got to be there, and he has to have been in the lab this summer adding something to his game. There's an extremely talented player in Bryce Williams, right? There's no reason he can't do what James Palmer Jr. did. But JPJ had that dog. Took some bad ones, took some tough ones, right?
Even Alonzo Verge.
Even Verge. Stricky, I got some mad hate for saying Alonzo Verge was underrated. By the end of the year,
I think system-wise, it was just one of those things. I don't think they just had discipline.
Right.
And I don't think it was put in them discipline.
And Bryce might almost be too disciplined for his own. It's great to play within the system. We're not saying force shots and go rogue. We're saying
that's what Verge did.
What Verge did sometimes.
Yeah.
What we're saying is sometimes have an out-of-body experience. Find that zone where you get locked in, you're not thinking, you're just balling, and put up 30 points and make it look easy.
Yes.
Right? Bryce can do that. We want to see it, and that's how Nebraska gets to and wins in March.
Yes. Good. Hey, that's a good breakdown. You really was pondering that.
Yes, sir.
You was thinking that through.
I was.
I think I thought it was a little bit too early, Austin, to start, but you helped. You started to kind of get my mind thinking, and now I'm on Nebraska basketball men's watch. I'm watching now.
It's always basketball season right here,
man.
Stricky.
Yeah, man.
I know you know that.
I know you know.
Let's go to break. When we get back, could CeeDee Lamb be a Kansas City Chief? What might it take to make that happen? We'll wrap up Hour 1 with that next.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball?
Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night, or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers.
Strike three, you're out!
Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Become part of the Landmark difference today. Landmark Implement, your John Deere dealer, is currently hiring in our parts departments. As a member of our team, you'll assist customers in finding the right parts for their equipment, manage inventory, and collaborate with sales and service. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you at our dealership. Apply today and grow your career with Landmark Implement, where your skills make a difference in the ag community every day. See full details online at landmark.careers.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrapping up hour one here on the block. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you, talking a little NFL. Stricky, we talked a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys and the conundrum they find themselves in. Dak wants that paper.
That part.
Micah Parsons wants that paper.
Facts.
Marcus Lawrence wants that paper. Zach
Trouble.
Martin wants that paper.
Oh, my.
CeeDee Lamb wants to be paid as the highest paid receiver in football. Well, Stricky, his former college teammate for 2 years, Marquise Brown, Hollywood, better known as, currently with the Kansas City Chiefs, updated his Twitter profile picture to a picture of himself and CeeDee Lamb. And then get this.
Recruitment?
CeeDee Lamb did the same.
Wow.
Think it happens?
There's a song that came out a little while ago. It was associated with a movie.
Okay. I probably haven't seen it, but try me.
I'm sure you've seen this movie. It was associated with a good movie. It has a sequel. It took the sequel a long time. But the name of that song was written by a man named Kenny Loggins. It was called Danger Zone.
Oh, I have seen that movie. And the sequel.
Yeah.
Sequel is great.
If the thing is, if that happens, it'll be a Kenny Loggins Danger Zone song being played regularly. I would play that song regularly down at Kansas City Arrowhead. Is it Arrowhead still?
Arrowhead, yep.
Okay, I just want to know because, they change names these days. It's so fast.
That pisses my wife off.
Does it?
Yeah. She hates that.
Why?
Like, it's a stadium. Just call it what it is. Stop changing
Just
names.
say, yeah. So anyway, I'm glad it's still Arrowhead. It's been Arrowhead for a long time. Good. Good for them. Have they done any upgrades to Arrowhead? It still kind of looks the same.
It's the same.
It's always the same.
Yeah.
So anyway, they would be playing that song regularly down there because that would be danger. Because Hollywood, he's a burner. I mean, he's not Tyreek Hill burn, but he's a burner. He can get it. He can go. CD can go, but CD can route too.
Yes.
And with Kelsey, oh gosh, good Lord. Like
move Rasheed Rice from receiver 1 to receiver 3.
You put him in a slot. Oh my gosh. Highway to the danger zone. Right into the danger zone. My gosh, that was what it would be. And it would be trouble for anybody that lined up against that unit.
Hey, New England just released Juju Smith-Schuster, who won a Super Bowl.
He wants to go back.
Why wouldn't he?
Why would you not?
Why wouldn't you?
No, see, the problem was
That's
he was
easy
up
money.
there. He was up there, you know, doing on the Patriots logo, doing too many TikTok dances. No, I'm not saying
kids these days.
No, but that would be interesting. Now, here's the most interesting part about that is how could that work?
See, that's the question.
That's the question.
Probably a bunch of draft capital. And honestly, I don't know if the Chiefs are willing to give it up. They wouldn't have needed that much draft capital for a guy like DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
If they didn't go give up that for him,
Right.
who would have been an upgrade last year, and they let Tyreek Hill go, who, I mean, Hill and Lamb are close, very different players, but probably close in terms of output and potential. If you didn't pay Tyreek Hill, who was one of your own, that was bred for that system, why are you going to give up that much draft capital and probably some useful players to go get CD? Because if it was year 12 or 13 of Patrick Mahomes and you could tell that, hey, the end's coming or we got to get one for Andy before he retires.
And he was looking like Ben Roethlisberger.
Right. Go all in. Go get CD Lamb. Go all out and say, oh, it's the next people's problem. But because it seems like Patrick Mahomes is locked up in Kansas City for a while, Andy Reid will see what the future holds. But as long as you have Mahomes, you're going to be competitive. Why all of a sudden make the move to mortgage, the future just for the present when you won last year with probably the worst team of the Patrick Mahomes era?
Yeah. Do it by draft. Do it by draft.
And they've been good at the draft.
Do it by draft. You weren't here, but we talked about it because I brought it up, and maybe we did, but we either you and I or me and Bach, we talked about the New England Patriots about how you do not by any means go after Ayuk, and you drafted 2, new receivers to that core. You're not sure about your quarterback situation. Just take your lumps, your Willie lumps, rebuild it, and get a chance to see what these young fellas can do. And then decide. Like, let the young fellas see if they can step up. I mean, because it does happen.
Yes.
It does happen. Now, sometimes a quarterback not being good or great hinders it, but you can see that it's, these guys are open. They're just not making the throws, or you can see they're getting separation. And, there's a lot of ways to evaluate it without necessarily output. They don't necessarily have to put up 1,500 yards to show you that they're capable. All they need to do is show you they can separate. You get a quarterback that can dot them, you got something.
Yeah.
Right? So if that's why I don't do that. I think there was a period, and you can take the Tyreek Hill situation as one of them, where everybody was going all in on receivers with big money. And I don't think it'll get as bad as the running back situation as they were doing with like Zeke Elliott when that was crazy, a deal that they gave him down there at Cowboys. But because receivers are very valuable now, the issue is it's tough to have 2. One,
because you have to have a quarterback.
Right. And if you're paying the quarterback, which they're not right now, which is probably a good situation for them, but you better hope you draft your so this is why I would tank. Not literally, not go out and lose games purposely. But I'm saying I would just take the Willie lumps as a young team, see what we got, see where we need to go, and hopefully you can land a good one in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Now those guys are coming up. Now you're seeing if there's greatness in them, whether we can keep one, because you're already seeing the problem that exists with the Bengals of trying to hold on to 2, let alone 3. Because Boyd and Higgins, I mean, they had 3.
Tyler Eifert before he went down.
Yeah,
got hurt tight
right?
end, yeah.
So it's already tough to do that. But if you throw it in the receiver position, there is other areas that are going to be affected. And they're key areas because you hopefully will have what you need is a good cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
You need good interior linemen or in lineman
Edge
rusher.
rusher, yep.
Or I don't even think linebacker. I think coverage linebackers are more prevalent. This is why Levante David has been able to be so great for so long. I still think he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But this is why you need those type. You don't need those old Ray Lewis, those old, Dick Butkus, those old, bruiser in the middle, Singletary types, right? You don't need those because the run stoppers are not necessarily as needed as the running can cover because you got your Alvin Kamaras out there and your Tony Pollards and you got your Pachecos. You got guys that can get out. McCaffrey, who get out in that pass game and wreak havoc on you. So linebackers is not necessarily the same. I think safeties are valuable. Climbing value with them, right? So you can't do that when because guess what you also need? Tackle.
Yep.
Probably a good center. And tight ends, maybe you're lucky if you have it in Njoku.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're lucky if you find one of them or one of those great ones like Kelsey.
Right.
You're lucky to find them. Otherwise, you just have a solid one, a good blocking one, and a solid one that can get in the patterns and run some. So that's what I'm saying. If you throw it in that receiver position, you're putting yourself in a little bit of trouble because if they're not putting up, those high
1,000,
right? Plus 1,200 to 15, they're not putting that up on a year-to-year basis.
They're not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I feel.
Yeah, and I think the Cowboys had an okay receiving core. Not great, but okay,
good enough.
But I still think CeeDee Lamb's good enough to be a number one.
Oh yeah, he was in Dallas.
You know what I mean? I don't know over the course of time. I think after his 5th year or so, be watching out for him just to make sure.
Well, don't forget he was with Amari Cooper there for a while.
Yeah,
and the Cowboys let Amari walk because they believed in CD.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to monitor. We had a funny comment here from Quinn on YouTube. He says, "Please God, not to KC." Quinn, I don't know who your NFL team is. Please let us know. And your other comment, predicting the 12 for the playoff. Yeah, that's where we're going next. We're going to take a break. Stricky and I are going to give you our picks for the first 12-team playoff in college football. We want your picks. Let us know, 402-464-5685. We'll go through our 12. We'll get yours, and that'll be hour 2 of On the Block.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Bill Bush here for Hefty Seed Company, who wants you to know about their summer meeting on Wednesday, August 21st. You know how deeply I care about ag, so I'm locked into these topics for the meeting, including input costs for the 2025 growing season, weed control, fertility, seed traits, new varieties, herbicide, and crop protection pricing, and all industry news. RSVP today, heftyseed.com/store meetings, or call 402-646-2040. It's the Hefty Agronomy Meeting at Harvest Hall at Seward County Fairground on Wednesday, August 21st from 1 to 2:30 with lunch at 12:30. Free lunch. Don't miss it.
Become part of the Landmark difference today. Landmark Implement, your John Deere dealer, is currently hiring in our parts departments. As a member of our team, you'll assist customers in finding the right parts for their equipment, manage inventory, and collaborate with sales and service. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you at our dealership. Apply today and grow your career with Landmark Implement. where your skills make a difference in the ag community every day. See full details online at landmark.careers.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score up to $2,000 off the brand new Kawasaki Ridge. Built for work or play, the Kawasaki Ridge takes off-road comfort to a whole new level. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of August. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top-tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey, I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA on Saturday, August 10th at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 9 fights are scheduled for the night, including professional lightweight and welterweight bouts and the main event of Donnie Bush versus Micah Washington in the professional welterweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the MMA fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for 3! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Yes, we're crazy enough to do this. Predicting the 12-team college football playoff 3 weeks ahead of kickoff. I guess we have Thursday games, so we're just inside of 3 weeks for kickoff for some teams. But 3 weeks from tomorrow, college football is back for the majority of teams. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you during On the Block, brought to you by Nebco. If you're looking to start your new career today, check them out at nebcoinc.com. Constructors, Lincoln, and Ready Mixed Concrete currently hiring immediate openings. So get over there, check them out. We do want your thoughts on our Starter Heyman text line and comment section as well at 402-464-5685. Our boy Quinn commenting on the YouTube stream, the one that said, please God, not CD Lamb to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Stricky, he's a Bengals fan. I can understand why he wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting.
So,
but it's all good.
Also says Carlos Davis just signed by the Bengals, former Husker defensive lineman. So, hey, congrats to Carlos Davis on that. All right, Stricky, let's do this kind of in ping pong fashion here. Let's give your first 4 teams, the 4 teams that are going to get the buys in the college football playoff. Who you got, the top 4 teams, seeds 1 through 4?
Top 4?
Top 4.
Well, definitely I'm going to say Georgia.
Okay.
I'm going to say Texas.
Okay.
I'm going to say I'm going to throw out an underdog here.
The Strick special.
Top 4. So I said Georgia
and Texas. That's what you got so far.
Texas. I need a Big Ten team. I'm actually going to say Oregon before Ohio State.
Okay. I see you.
And then I'm going to throw in, I don't think Bama's ready. Can Tennessee do it? New quarterback, Nico. I think that's a stretch.
Where you going, Stricky? Where you going?
I'm going to go Ohio State.
Ohio State?
Yeah.
So that's fascinating because those are probably the 4 best teams in the country. But you also have 2 from the top 2 conferences.
I know.
And that's what makes this tough. In terms of just predicting who's in the field, yes, absolutely, I'm spot on. I don't know if those 4 teams are all in the top 4.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard.
Because think about this. Georgia's going to come back with a vengeance.
Big 12.
Get a bye. Who's the Big 12 champ? Does Notre Dame sneak in? You know, they seem like they have a pretty good path there. First round buys, first round campus home games comes into consideration here. I've got Ohio State as my overall number 1 seed.
Really?
I do. Maybe I'm buying too much into the hype, but Strick, this is a team that has a lot of returners on defense. And I think there's enough offensive pieces there to not make me worry too much about Will Howard. There's going to be a moment or two where he's going to have to show something he hasn't shown yet, to be completely honest. But I just see Judkins and Henderson in the backfield. I see Egbuka and I see the freshman receiver Jeremiah Smith, man-child. Like, legitimate man-child. Number 1 overall receiver, maybe even close to number 1 overall player in the class. He's awesome. Good tight end. Solid offensive line. And they got all the motivation in the world. Beat by Michigan as many times in a row as they have been, the way that they have been. I know there's the hype for Oregon. I think Oregon's going to be plenty good. But man, I think Ohio State is not only the most talented team pound for pound in the conference, I think they've got the most motivation in the conference. And I think that's going to end up being scary. So I've got Ohio State 1.
So you're basically saying they blow the doors off the Huskers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying they're really good.
402-464-5685. Is Ohio State that good? I want to know what you think.
The answer is yes before you get your panties twisted.
Okay.
Text line.
Yeah.
Huskers P says Howard will not start against Nebraska. That's bold. Are you taking Devin Brown over Will Howard, Huskers P? We'll have to see. In 5162, aren't the buys the Big 4 conference champs, or am I wrong? Yes, that's probably how it's going to work out. Although, don't forget Notre Dame. Notre Dame is absolutely in this conversation.
There they go.
And it's not because I want them there.
That's they want. Every year somebody comes out speaking about Notre Dame and it's coming out of Austin's mouth. I can't believe it. Pause, by the way, pause. Austin.
Stricky.
That's unbelievable. Everybody gives deference to Notre Dame, bro.
I just said they're in the conversation.
No, I think they get in.
Good team. Riley Leonard's got to step up. Pretty simple, pretty manageable schedule.
Bruh. Let me say it in the mean voice. Bruh. I don't know, Austin. They're to me, they like the Cowboys. You build them up for them to break your breaky heart.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They're like that team for me. I want to get excited for them because I love their uniforms and obviously the history of what they got going on. Still salty about them not wanting to pick but I understand they taking the paper. They give them the paper, take the paper. But at the end of the day, they sometimes will play a shaky schedule and get in there, and they only getting in there because they squeak by and they get in there and then all of a sudden get blasted.
They do. It's true.
So I'm tired of that.
Huskers P says Air Noland. Howard lost his job to a freshman last year. Why is everyone hyping him? Because he's good. Because Avery Johnson played some of the best football of his life last year.
No, Avery Johnson, the general, is too short. Oh, we're not talking about that Avery Johnson. Oh, sorry.
Avery Johnson, the college quarterback's hair is probably as long as Avery Johnson, little general, is tall. He's got locks on it, man. It is flowing out of that helmet.
Right. Look at this text line. Look at the text line. What you think?
Yeah, they're popping off. I'm reading the text line. That's where I'm at right now.
No, the top one's not bad. Aren't the buys for the big four?
Oh, yeah. Probably. It's probably how it's going to work out. That's why I threw Notre Dame in there, because they're not in a conference. They could still earn a buy. I've got Georgia number 2. Begrudgingly Notre Dame because of seeding, not because I think they're that good, because of seeding.
Okay.
And then I'll take Texas at 4.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Jay Stricky,
like
these teams, the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Will host the first round campus games. 5, 6, 7, 8.
They will host.
Hosting.
This is where it gets tricky. I think Alabama gets 1. I think Alabama's in that. I think they'll be good enough. Opposite of Georgia, I think they'll be good enough. SEC dominant. This is crazy. Do you think Brent Venables gets it turned around finally? I think they struggle. I'm not buying. I'm out.
I sold that stock.
I'm so out. Is without the quarterback, is Florida State ready?
DJ Uiagalelei. They're good. They're spicy.
He did look good last year.
He did.
I think Michigan folds. Like it's all the usual suspects that you would think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be some it's shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dabo, without getting in the transfer portal, able?
I don't know. Are they?
It's shaky out here, bro. I think Tennessee gets 1.
Tennessee? Okay.
I think Tennessee gets 1. I think Nebraska gets 1. Cap! Cap! Some people will say Nebraska's going to be in that. No, they're not going to be in that. They're not going to get that high. They might squeak in, but they ain't get that high. Do we do Penn State? Is Penn State finally ready to make the leap?
What do you think? Are you buying? You selling?
Let's go Nittany Lions.
Okay. Happy Valley will indeed be happy.
I'm out on Missouri. I'm just not sold on them.
I feel.
I'm not sold on them. Dang, big.
Okay, we need
Kansas State.
We need 5, 6, 7, 8, Stricky.
Okay, I gave Tennessee, Penn State, Big 12. Because somebody's got to come.
You got Kansas State, Kansas, Utah, Oklahoma State, Iowa State,
Kansas State,
K-State. Okay,
that it?
You got one more. You have 5, 6, 7. You need 8. Tennessee, Penn State, Kansas State.
Ole Miss.
You got Ole Miss?
Negative.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they can do it. Dang it, man. This is tough. Nobody in the Big Ten. I already just gave Penn
Iowa?
State. I don't think they get that high.
Okay.
I think they get in. I just don't think they get that high.
Miami, Florida State. LSU.
I think I'll go ACC, Florida State. Let's go.
Florida State.
No, I'll give them the nod. Yeah, I'll give them the nod.
Okay. I've got Oregon at number 5. So they'll host. I got Ole Miss at 6. I'm buying Ole Miss.
You buying?
I'm buying Ole Miss. Hop on the lane train. I bought my ticket.
Your boy
I bought my
Lane
ticket aboard the lane train.
He don't get it done, man. He gonna lose to LSU or something like that.
Neither could Sarkisian until he did.
Yeah, unbelievable. You don't got USC nowhere involved. You don't got USC.
Maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll see. I got Oklahoma State winning the Big 12.
Really?
Pokes. They bring a lot back.
That's Texas Tech. That's Texas Tech. I think that Texas Tech. Sutter Heyman text line, holler at your boy.
This is Reckham.
Or Stream. Is that Texas Tech or is that Oklahoma State?
It's Reckham Tech.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the little dude with the big
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 8 for me is ACC champion Clemson.
Dang.
Florida State's going to be solid. We'll see about Miami. I'm not out on them.
I don't think Clemson gets it.
I'm not buying anyone else in the ACC.
They don't get it.
People are talking up Virginia Tech as a dark horse.
You're out on Duke?
Believe it or not, year one, new head coach. Yeah, I am. North Carolina's
You're out on
not going
South
to be as
Carolina?
good. South Carolina's in the SEC.
Oh, they definitely ain't getting up there.
Wake Forest,
no,
NC State don't move the needle for me. Pitt doesn't move the needle for me.
I feel you.
It's going to be kind of
Boston College is in there. They're in there.
Who's their head coach?
I don't know.
Bill O'Brien.
He's garbage.
Ooh, that's a take. Yeah, I got ACC champ Clemson. I don't love it. I really don't love it. Yeah, Brad, the Big 12 is probably the toughest conference to predict because you have so many teams that are really good but no great team, right? Texas and Oklahoma ran that conference the way they did for most of the last 5-6 years, outside of TCU popping up, Baylor and Oklahoma State. But even then, Oklahoma and Texas were still around the top of the conference. Utah's going to be really good. Utah's going to be tough. They're going to be a pain in the butt. I just like what Oklahoma State brings back. I really do. So, again, 5 through 8 for me are Oregon, Ole Miss, Oklahoma State, and Clemson. All right, Stricky. 4 teams left to go. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Who?
You need your group of 5 champion and 3 at larges. Liberty got wrecked in a bowl game by Oregon last year. Boise State's always good. App State and Troy in the Sun Belt.
No.
James Madison lost its coach.
No.
Tulane is still
That's who I was
rebuilding
thinking.
after losing Willie Fritz.
I was thinking them, but yeah, I don't know if I'm rolling. Oh, no Cincinnati, no SMU?
ACC.
Dang.
Fresno just had Jeff Tedford step down.
What about
again.
San Diego?
San Diego State? You rolling? You rolling? San Diego State? Go Tex?
I think they could get it done, man.
You rolling? They have to be the best group of 5 or 6 champion. Yeah.
Sutter Heyman text line, send that in for Stricky. They're gonna be 12 for me. Help
Coastal
Stricky
Carolina.
out. Sutter Heyman
Lost
text
Grayson
line
McCall.
402-464. Help Stricky with a group of 5.
I will tell you, my group of 5 champ is Boise.
Sutter Heyman text line, I don't trust Austin. Help me out. Okay, from there, before that, I need what else I need?
3 at larges.
3 at larges. And at large, shoot.
Don't forget,
I haven't put in Clemson.
You have not.
Them.
Okay, Clemson.
Did I say Colorado?
You did not say Colorado, but I also know you're not going to. So good try. Good try.
Okay. Arizona.
Zona. Okay. Are you leaving Utah out? You keep putting Utah in.
I think Arizona's going to get him.
Okay. I like it. I respect it. LSU.
No.
Florida. Mississippi
Did
State.
I say Penn State?
You did say Penn State. Does Iowa sneak into the back half of the playoffs?
I think Iowa
does
can
USC?
sneak in.
Does Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, no.
Okay.
I think Iowa
Maryland,
sneaks in.
Iowa.
I think Iowa sneaks in.
Okay, now you just need your group of 5 champ.
They've you know what? If there's hasn't been anything that's been consistent, they've been consistent sneaking in on that bottom half of the 12.
Mm-hmm.
They just figure it out. Okay, there we go.
Need your group of 5
Oh, my
champ?
group of 5. Sutter Heyman, did y'all help Stricky out?
Brad said Boise.
Okay, Boise.
Boise.
Good old
Okay.
Thank you, Brad.
All right, teams 9, 10, 11, 12 for me. I've talked myself into and out of this team all offseason long. I have no idea what to make of them, but I'm officially buying Jalen Milroe.
You're going to Alabama.
Give me Bama in the playoff. I think it'd be hard to leave him
they
out.
sneak in too, but I didn't have him in there, did I?
You did not.
That's who I thought. Dang it. You know what? I probably would have picked them to sneak in before Iowa.
Before Iowa,
I think I'd go Alabama before Iowa.
We'll replace it on your list.
Yeah, that part. I knew I was forgetting somebody. Alabama's in. They're going to get in.
Yeah.
For sure.
To me, I think the Big Ten gets 3, and it's between Penn State and Iowa. Penn State's going to be thought of a little bit higher. They'll play a couple high-profile games throughout the year. Iowa has the easier schedule. I don't know if they'll style points their way into it. It would be the most Iowa thing to boring its way into the first 12-team playoff.
And get blasted.
They would have to go on the road.
And get blasted. Like they normally do.
Hopefully. I still trust Penn State just a little bit more at that level.
At that level. Yeah.
Give me Florida State as an at-large as well.
Okay.
I think Norvell's a good coach.
Yeah.
I think Uyunglele is good. They have some questions.
That's a good quarterback rushers. That's a good. Yeah, they lost Verse, right? Verse and who?
And Jay would know. I forget the other guy's name, but I remember Verse. Jay helped talk me into Florida State a little bit last week. So I think they'll be good. I think they'll be solid. I think they'll be in the thick of the ACC race till the end, and that'll get them some points. And like I said, Boise State's my group of 6 now, I guess, group of 5.2 champion, just because they've built to this. They haven't been the same Boise State that we grew up knowing and loving in the early to mid 2000s and in early 2010s. I'm not going to say Boise's all the way back, but I think Liberty is going to be fun, but I think they get tripped up at some point this year. Coastal lost Grayson McCall to North Carolina State, or I'd be interested in picking them. Memphis is a wild card to watch for me out of the American Conference. I just trust Boise a little bit more, and I think they get some bonus points for playing Oregon. So I think that ultimately ends up boosting the Broncos. All right, 1 through 12 for Stricky. Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Ohio State, Tennessee, Penn State, Kansas State, Florida State, Clemson, Zona, Bama, Boise. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Feel good?
Well, I'm going to change Boise.
Who you got?
App State.
App State? Woo!
App State.
Boone, North Carolina. Stand up.
Boo. You know what?
Jerron Boone, North Carolina.
I'm going with them, yes.
Ron
because
Boone,
we
North
played
Carolina.
out there
Stand
and
up.
we freaking took an L.
Oh, dang.
I couldn't believe we lost to them. But
Whoops.
Yeah, they got us.
Tough scenes.
Yeah.
Tough scenes.
Oh, well. It's backwoods in the mountains, too. It's
the backdrop of that stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
No doubt.
My 12 then, officially, this is on record. Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, Texas, Oregon, Ole Miss, Oklahoma State, Clemson, Bama, Penn State, Florida State, and then Boise.
And we're going to bring this back up, too.
Oh, I got it on a spreadsheet right here.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
We're going to see.
This ain't moving.
Stricky going to win that one. Facts.
Put a plate on it?
Negative.
Well, I thought.
Because I don't know if I trust Georgia to be number one. So I'm going to see. We're going to see.
Okay. We'll see. 3 weeks from tomorrow, college football kicks off in Lincoln.
Because Georgia, listen, SEC's a beast, bro.
It's a mother, as you might say.
Yes, it is a beast. Like I can see that Ohio State has a better chance to run a gamut than
Georgia.
Than Georgia. Like, so I like where you went there because I can actually see, like, it's just going to be tougher. It's a tougher. I think they're capable, but I just think it's a tougher road. And I don't know if what you lost was more than what you
gained.
Covered. But you gained, but is it going to be impactful gain? That's the key.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Major key. We'll take a break. When we get back, some audio from EJ Barthel and Garrett McGuire, the two Husker coaches at the podium. Let's hear about the running backs and the wide receiver skill positions talk next during On the Block.
Bill Bush here for Hefty Seed Company, who wants you to know about their summer meeting on Wednesday, August 21st. You know how deeply I care about ag, so I'm locked into these topics for the meeting, including input costs for the 2025 growing season, weed control, fertility, seed traits, new varieties, herbicide, and crop protection pricing, and all industry news. RSVP today, heftyseed.com/store meetings, or call 402-646-2040. It's the Hefty Agronomy Meeting at Harvest Hall at Seward County Fairground on Wednesday, August 21st from 1 to 2:30 with lunch at 12:30. Free lunch. Don't miss it.
Keep summer green with Judson Bylene and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install 'em and forget 'em outfit long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly cloudy to partly sunny skies throughout the day and an afternoon high around 74. Tonight, we'll see partly cloudy skies with a low around 55. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies return again, an afternoon high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top-tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey, I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA on Saturday, August 10th at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 9 fights are scheduled for the night, including professional lightweight and welterweight bouts, and the main event of Donnie Bush versus Micah Washington in the professional welterweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the MMA fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com. Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through August 13th is buy 2 6-ounce sirloins, get 2 free. Limit of 4. Also, $1 off on salsas. Location at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Talking some more college football here during On the Block with a hand and assistance from a couple position coaches. Running backs coach E.J. Barthel and wide receivers coach Garrett McGuire took the podium today along with a number of their players. Before we dive into audio from them, Stricky, we know the guys that were taking first-team reps at the open practice for the running backs, Emmett Johnson, Ramir Johnson, and then Gabe Irvin. And then the first-team wide receivers were Jamal Banks, Isaiah Nayor, and then Janiron Bonner, with Jalen Lloyd sidelines just because of load management. If I give you that starting group for Nebraska, one of those 3 running backs and then those 2 or 3 receivers, how much better is that than last year? Is it better, worse than last year? Better or worse than the last few years? How do you think this skill group stacks up compared to recent years?
I think this is probably the best stack collectively that we've seen, with guys that are capable coming off the bench.
Yes.
So I don't look at this as, I look at this as you're not performing next. You're having a bad day. You've dropped three targets. Next. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at this as now you've got the depth that we've been looking for, and I think guys are across the board more playmakers than we probably had. Different in different skill sets. You know what I mean? That unit is size. That unit, like, I don't care what you say, you put that unit, I mean, all these guys are over 6'3".
Yeah, they're big.
You know, they're big and 220, 250, like big, but can run.
Yeah.
We haven't had a collective group like that in a while. So you've got big targets, good speed, couple good route running guys. You've got post up guys. You've got physicality. There's a lot of things you can do with that group. So I like it.
Let's talk about the running backs first. Here's EJ Barthel on the competition for running back 1, 2, and 3 so far in fall camp.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's defined. I'd say right now that top 4 right now is looking Gabe, Ramir, Emmett, and Dante really competing for that 1, 2, and 3. I wouldn't say that's been solidified yet. You know, I wouldn't say that, but I think we're kind of getting to that point. You know, as we get through scrimmages and stuff like that, but it's getting there, and they're practicing that way. You know, the key is keeping them together and keeping them competitive. They for sure are competing, but also staying together.
Couple guys that were mentioned there, Emmett Johnson and then Dante Dowdell. Let's start with what Coach Barthel had to say about the rising sophomore Emmett Johnson from Minnesota.
He's grown a lot. You know, I think last year was a really good understanding part, mental part, learning. As like I said, his first play last year was a big protection. So the learning part, you know, was one thing. Now we're at the physical part. So now really harping on him that, you know, we have to be 100% in every single rep during practice. That's key, right? So I think, you know, with him as a young player last spring and last season, it was like, make sure we get our eyes in the correct spot pre-snap. We got the right guy on post-snap. Now it's more so technique focus. The standard for you is you know the protections. Now it's a matter of making sure you're sound on your technique. And that's where he's really focused on right now is hand placement, you know, body placement, leverage, those type of things.
That's on Emmett Johnson. And Strick, I think that makes sense. A lot of what Coach Barthel had to say. You were a young guy, right? You got on the court young and early at Nebraska. When you're a young player, there's always an element of just hold your head above water. Now, there's some absolutely special players that get it from the jump, that make a difference from a jump. But I think what Coach Barthel is saying is that last year, Emmett Johnson was just out there trying not to drown. Now the goal is, how can he actually swim? How can he actually thrive? And it sounds like he's taking some of those steps.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sure he's put in the work. He's put in the time. He's gotten in the weight room. I'm sure he's done all the things necessary. He's got an extra year now on his belt as far as learning and understanding the playbook and everything that he wants to be as a player here, what they need him to be here. So you would expect that there's a little bit of comfort, but not complacency.
Yeah.
In his game. So that's what we're hoping to see is that next step level.
Guy that didn't take reps with the ones at the open practice, Dante Dowdell, a guy that I thought would come in with a good chance to earn the starting job. Seems like he's fallen back to that second group. He was listed among the top 4, but seems like he's, 3rd or 4th in that group. Here's EJ Barthel on Dante Dowdell.
I think when he first got here, he was kind of more so as a closer to a high school type running back where he wasn't really using his eyes and was trying to use power for everything. He's really now is starting to understand tempo pre-snap. He's understanding reads. So he's really become from a short yardage, powerful kid to now transitioning to a guy we can put on every downs. And that comes with repetition and experience. And that's what he's getting right now. He's had a really good camp.
You're going to say guys had a good camp, right? If you're the coach, you're going to give him credit for that more often than not. But Strick, if you look at his size, he's not the biggest guy in the room, but he's not the smallest guy in the room. I think he brings, at least potentially, the best combination of size, power, and speed. I still think the coaches want Dante Dowdell to take the reins because he gives them the most options, but I think he's still just a little bit behind and is working to catch up.
Yeah, and that's understandable. And I think that's one of the things that young collegiate players may not grasp, because you've been so dominant. You're so, like, just think about how big he's a grown man child, right? When you're at the high school level, there's maybe on each given night, unless you're playing a top program like Bosco or Mater Dei, or where you're going to see AMG or IMG,
Gorman, IMG,
right?
yeah,
and where you're going to see a treasure trove of size and guys that can handle business. Linebackers you're going to meet in the hole that are just as capable of handling. But for the most part, you're not going to see but maybe one or two guys, maybe three. And you're playing a top tier state team, you might get 5 to 6, right? That domination with that type of size, and maybe some people could say that about me, being a man child in high school. I don't know. But you tend to rely on that piece as you go to the next level. But when you go up to the next level, there are men there. You know what I'm saying? The speed gets more, the holes close quicker. Therefore, you've got to enhance your game. It can't just be hit a hole, power through it. Whereas before, it's arm tackle, power through, you're into the second level. And if you got enough speed, you're on. That many people. And then there's no safeties or nobody that's going to be able to hit you.
Yeah.
Right? Hit you or catch you at that point, right? Now, when you look at it, you've got to add things like jump cuts, see a hole, get into it as like you're taking it, make the linebacker shift into it, and then maybe cut out. So you have to do like little trickery type things instead of just running straight, because linebackers read well, safeties read well, corners come down. You're going to have that here at this level. And so this is what I think he's saying. You're going to have to just understand how things are shaping and how to misdirect somebody to get them to bite. And then you want to go this way, but don't look with your eyes. And it's just a lot of things that you can give tails by.
Head fakes, eye fakes, that sort of thing.
Dead
legs. Dead legs.
Whereas you use the power, you might need a dead leg. You got to add something: a jump cut, a dead leg, a stop and go, a hesitation, stiff arm. You want to add something to that. Yeah.
Let's flip to the wide receiver room here for a couple quotes from Garrett McGuire. He was asked about the depth. Seems like Nebraska's deeper at wide receiver than they were last year, in part because some of the young guys had to get on the field with all of the injuries. Here's Garrett McGuire on the depth in his wide receiver room.
Super excited about the depth. I think that's what's going to make it so much more fun in the season, is because, I think our depth chart could change week to week based on how you practice and how you play in the game. And guys are going to be competing for catches at a really, really high level.
And then Garrett McGuire on the amount of experience that he has in his wide receiver room this season.
A little bit. We're still in Selleck, so that's the constant. The boys are having fun with that. I saw him play cards the other day. That was kind of cool, seeing that camaraderie. It's a totally different room, both from a confidence standpoint. And I think that came a lot from some experience that got brought into the room, experience from last year. And then also just what I can't say it enough, Coach Campbell and Miss Kristen and what they've done, just you look at them, their bodies are changing. Jalen Lloyd's at 179 right now. Last year he played probably 10 pounds lighter than that. So that's huge confidence when you look in the mirror and you see a bigger man.
Older guys brought into the room in Banks and Nayor. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda makes his return to the Nebraska football roster. You have the seasoning of a Lloyd and a Coleman from last year. Bonner got on the field a little bit. There's no excuse for Nebraska's skill positions not to be better this year, Strick. A lot of these guys were very highly touted recruits. Now the toughest part of the equation is prove it on the field, right? It's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to look good. Now just go play some good football, please.
Yeah, that's it. Again, I think it's still going to be a good team. I think they've grown in certain areas. I think they've got to just do some tweaking. And I ain't talking about hitting the stuff and tweaking. I'm talking about just little minor adjustments, like getting turnovers, like stripping balls out, pause, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, misdirection, better, some play. I don't know what to call it, Austin. Just play calls that have some spice on it.
Yeah,
just not.
You're
so
half
cookie
step
cutter.
ahead of the defensive coordinator.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mhm.
Like that's what I mean by tweak. Just a little bit of tweaking.
Mhm.
I think they're going to be a good team, but they're not dominant. They're not going to be a dominant team like Michigan was last year.
Yeah.
Michigan is going to line up on you like the old school Huskers used to and say, "Cool, you can hang with us for half. You might even hang with us for 3/4. But by this fourth quarter, boy, you're going to hate seeing Lawrence Phillips. You're going to hate seeing Amon Green." And you're going to hate this line pulling over on you and laying you down with pancakes.
Again.
And again, you're going to get tired of it. They're not that. No. And this is why I think they have to use their depth. They have to use that, but they have to move these chains. That's what they didn't do last year either. They have to have drives where they're switching field position on people regularly to allow their defense to rest. Yes, there's more depth even on the defense, but you don't want to just have to continuously put that pressure on the defense to have to make plays for you to win games. You're not Iowa. That's what Iowa does. Don't become them.
Please no. Now, if you want to win 8 or 9 games every year, let's start there. But don't look like Iowa, please. But who am I complaining? Just win the games. 85-57 is Dante Dowdell, a sophomore. Yes, listed as a sophomore. Of course, spent the year at Oregon. Pretty loaded backfield up there in Eugene, and he transfers to Nebraska. We'll go to break. When we get back, we'll cross it over with Old School, put a bow on the week for On Block.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Bill Bush here for Hefty Seed Company, who wants you to know about their summer meeting on Wednesday, August 21st. You know how deeply I care about ag, so I'm locked into these topics for the meeting, including input costs for the 2025 growing season, weed control, fertility, seed traits, new varieties, herbicide, and crop protection pricing, and all industry news. RSVP today, heftyseed.com/store meetings, or call 402-646-2040. It's the Hefty Agronomy Meeting at Harvest Hall at Seward County Fairground on Wednesday, August 21st from 1 to 2:30 with lunch at 12:30. Free lunch. Don't miss it.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through August 13th is buy 2 6-ounce sirloins, get 2 free. Limit of 4. Also, $1 off on salsas. Location at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G356093 must trade.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back one final time for the week here during On the Block. Austin Norman's with you, joined by Eric Strickland, as always, and Boss Man in the house, DP. Welcome in, DP.
What it do, baby? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
DP.
Is right.
Happy Friday.
Here he is.
Happy Friday.
DP,
We went in today, DP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some. He about to drop it like it's hot on you.
Let's get
Pause.
it.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Where's your head at? Baseball, basketball, football?
Man, you know I'm a sports renaissance man. Go where
I
you
know,
want.
but right now.
Like
What
what
do
you
you think?
feeling
What you
as
feel?
we're
What you
approaching the
feel?
fall? The weather's down to 70 today. It's what you feeling? What style?
You know what I'm feeling today?
Talk to me.
I spent 45 minutes watching the Olympics breakdancing competition.
I watched it too. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a segment of it. Yo, that's dope.
And
it was crowded too.
The crowd was hype.
hype.
Like
Yeah.
you look, man, to see that many Europeans like actually in it, in it. And then I asked the question, isn't it a bigger upset that the US didn't win the breakdancing gold medal than it would be if they didn't win the basketball or the sprints?
Because that's where they originated.
You're
the originators, right?
Like you built it.
But
how
those the Asians take it to another level. Who won?
China?
I should have known.
China? Actually, but the upset was that Yugoslavia had the silver medalist.
Stop it!
17 years old, and she came out looking like she was straight from Omaha.
Wow.
If blonde hair
you
from Omaha, that's what it looked like.
But see what happens. What happens is you get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
As the originator, you think that can't no one do it like you do it, but they embrace it and take it to a whole nother level because it's fresh. It's like a new toy.
If you are not paying attention on social media to what Japan, Korea, China are doing with hip hop dance.
Yeah. Have you seen Les Twins?
Yeah.
They're from France.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
they took dancing to a whole nother level.
They are doing it. And it was just interesting to watch, one, the crowd.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really know. Then and they do a really cool thing with the judging, is that they do a countdown. So you have 3 rounds of battle. And then they're standing there side by side, and they battle each other. So it's not like you just dancing. It's not like gymnastics where you do the floor competition, you get your score, and then the next person. No, which I would kind of lean into if you just said you were going to have battle off gymnastics on the floor competition. Like I might watch that. But then they count down to when they show the scores, and you don't know who won until they show the scores. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and it pops up first round, second round, third round winner. And I was like, okay, UFC, you need to do this forever. Boxing, do this forever. Like, let me get in.
Yeah.
I rather enjoyed it. And then the other side of it was, and I was asking Strick this thing, that if you had to share the sport you love with someone and you could only choose one Olympic video to pick, would you pick the men's basketball or the women's basketball? And your answer was about what I would expect it to be, that it would be the women. And that's where I landed. And then I got curious, but why? So Strick, I'll ask you.
No, we're talking
basketball,
USA sport thing, not globally. You're saying if I had a video of a sport for the USA that has USA involved,
it could just be basketball.
Now,
period.
if you're saying basketball, period, I choose European men. I would choose a European men because they play the game just a little bit differently.
And give me the definition of what that means to you.
Well, they're going to be fundamentally sound in the way that they screen, the way that they pass, the way that they their shooting is going to be, real tight as far as mechanically. I think they're going to make the right plays when it's needed to make the right play.
Mm-hmm.
They'll scrape. You're going to see a lot of just the way that you want the game to be played.
And it doesn't matter
what talent overall, completely from 5 to 12, but you're probably six, maybe 7 guys, 6 definitely.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would say at least 4.
Yeah,
4 guys, 3, 4. You have just kind of maybe a role guy, and then a guy that can probably just shoot or just rebound, but just doesn't have the full array of depth.
Yeah.
But the style of where they're going to play is going to be right.
Like it's deep. Austin, you're in agreement with Strick on that?
Can I give you my answer after station ID?
Absolutely.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
How could I disagree with the basketball man? I know
because
better.
you're Austin Orman.
Well,
and
valid point. I know better than to disagree with
shooting coach for Duke University in your mind. Legendary Hall of Famer, Little League coach. Like it's,
I think he's onto it. That for Olympic basketball, yes, European teach tape. I'm not so sold the Americans aren't as fundamental. I just think the game is just different. Right. There's a reason the United States struggles in some of these, and it looks different, right? That's the blessing and the curse of American basketball translating to FIBA play in the Olympics. So I don't think what the Americans are doing is wrong.
No.
It's just different. I think the European style has become adapted by more countries nationwide because they don't have the depth of athlete. They haven't had the depth of training of the same type that Americans have had. It looks different. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he's saying teach or
the European model is more easily translatable.
To teach or show, I don't want to show because everybody's not going to be that kind of athlete.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing. Steph Curry showed yesterday that I can master this at 36 points and double digit points. 9 made threes, rebounds off the play. Kevin Durant playing at the level, LeBron playing at the level. Would American style of play translate over there?
I don't think so.
KD's the greatest player ever if he plays in Europe.
That's what literally
well
that's what
said, Austin.
Right. That's what that's what my guy from Charlotte said. That there's certain guys.
Yeah.
That Steph and KD, no matter what. That LeBron is still the same sort of problem in FIBA that he is in the NBA. He's the same sort of problem. He gets the ball. They're just not built and wired to go one-on-one with LeBron.
And I still think Embiid could be that type of player too if he would rewire his mental. I think his game works internationally, but the mental aspect, he's got to catch up.
I agree. Here's a little addition. This is why I think you see what you see when you have Patty Mills or Fournier or these type. Why they excel.
Shea doing what he did with Canada. Canada's players all buy in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think raising players to buy into your system and style versus players affecting the game, because coaches will bend to coach how LeBron plays. They will bend to how Jason Tatum plays. They'll bend to Kyrie Irving. But over there, they would have been raised to use those skills within the system.
Is Tatum on the 28 team?
I don't think he's been. If Jaylen Brown's not, he's not. If Jaylen Brown is, he is. If Jaylen Brown's not, I literally think he and they're also their shooting guard. I'm having a moment.
White? Derek White?
No.
For who?
Celtics.
Brown.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown.
If Jaylen and Tatum together, yes. Either or, no. It doesn't suit them. It doesn't benefit them to ride alone. Derek White.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I'm just trying to say what was it about Tatum that they just, kind of by the wayside?
Is he really that dude?
Yes.
I think it's the system.
Does he have that dog in him?
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Around dogs. Look, everybody's a dog in their space. In the NBA and college basketball, we can identify 10 dudes in top programs that we think are elite and exceptional. Except when you put them next to
that's in essence what you're basically saying. Clyde Drexler is Clyde Drexler is Clyde Drexler.
He's not going to bend down
put him
to
next
Jordan.
to Michael
well,
Jordan,
but he wasn't going to bend down to Jordan.
No, he's not going to bend.
But he accepts that, look, I'm just not that dude.
There you go.
I'm not that dude.
Right.
Not that I'm not a dude, but I'm not Jordan.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like Zeke accepted. Okay, as much as he thought he ran the league till he found out that, no, I really don't. That one's different.
And that was proving during the trainings when the college guys were playing. They didn't lose a game to them. Those guys.
Kobe, everybody thought they were that. Kobe evolved into it, which was necessary.
Yeah.
We had never seen a Shaq. We had never seen it. We're talking about people that we've never seen before. We've never seen Steph. We've never seen Durant. We've never seen them before.
Yeah.
Literally, we've never seen them before. And I hope what comes out of this Olympics is that we give Steph Curry every flower, every single flower right now, because we've never seen what Steph Curry is doing for basketball. We've never seen the entertainer, the showstopper, the big moment Steph, right? We've never right? Like we've never seen any. Listen, how many players change? Like, look, take the shot, the biggest three of the game, grab the popcorn man's popcorn, sell 3 bags, and then get back on the floor defensively. Like, we've never seen any of what Steph Curry provides.
Facts.
It's true.
It's true.
And let's not say Steph's not an elite athlete, right? Not the highest vertical, but his conditioning, his start-stop, that's athleticism.
His handle bag balance. His handle bag is official too.
Mm-hmm.
His handle bag's on par with. I'm not gonna say he's Kyrie, but he ain't shaky.
There's nobody
right here.
There's nobody in the NBA who covers more mileage on the floor than Steph Curry.
Oh,
in a game,
the nonstop.
It's true. It's proven. It's true.
Right. So to say from an athletic standpoint, while he's not tall, and mind you, most people have no idea how tall Steph is.
Steph's 6'3".
Yeah, like
he's like you don't realize.
Like we don't. Most people think of little Steph. No, Steph's a grown man, and his body's changed.
Yeah,
and he's done it. And another thing, shout out to the Curry family, because Seth, in any other faction,
Seth in European balls are balling.
Like we would talk about Seth
in European is Patty Mills plus.
We would talk about Seth and Dad in such a unique way. Because if you ask the question, I'm not sure that Del Curry and Seth Curry aren't on the par with Joe Jellybean Bryant and Kobe. I'm not sure that they're not in the Barry conversation, right? I'm not sure that they're not in the Walton conversation. It's just that Steph changes the conversation.
Before we get out of here, good question from Kip on the text line. We'll start with Strick, then DP, and then I'll go. You had prime KD, prime LeBron, or prime Steph. Who are you building a team around?
Ooh. Damn. Ooh.
It's a 2-person answer for Strick here.
Ooh.
Is he hating?
I'm going to eliminate KD right off top. And the reason is not because KD isn't great, not because is because of what he did in the early times of OKC, where he should have looked at Westbrook. They would have won a championship, if not two. If he would have been able to look at Westbrook and say, "Be at," and I didn't say it.
Nope,
Be at. Give me the ball right here.
Yeah.
Don't you come down the court no more without giving me this doggone ball right here. You know what I mean? If he would have did that, so I eliminate him. Who else?
Steph or LeBron and their primes.
Hey!
You can't. You are not.
I'm gonna go LeBron, man. I gotta go LeBron.
You can't be wrong.
Prime LeBron. I'm gonna go prime because prime LeBron early Cleveland and
late Cleveland into Miami.
That LeBron, yes sir. I'm rolling.
I'm really gonna shake the tree. I'm gonna shake the tree. As much as Steph and LeBron are unique, KD's the real unicorn.
I know, but I just
at 7 foot tall. Listen, I understand 6'8" and a half at 260. I understand radar, sonar depth on the jumper at any point at any time. But we have never seen 7 foot, all league defender, all league on the board, all league defender in space and on the block, and will bucket you anywhere, any way he wants. And
that's a fact, but he ain't. Okay.
He averaged 30.
You're right.
He averaged.
He did.
None of them have averaged what he. Look, ultimately, the game is about buckets.
You're right.
Getting buckets and stopping buckets. And that dude, LeBron don't want KD defending him. Steph don't want KD defending him. We can't say.
I'm giving KD buckets. No,
KD, he'd be sending yours to the family. Gift wrap. Go ahead and take this back. Yeah, I just think
I hear you though. I understand.
Yeah,
I get it.
Austin.
Yeah, it is a fantastic question, Kip. We appreciate it. I think I go LeBron because I'm a sucker for versatility. I think you can do the most on both sides of the ball with LeBron. I think people had their eyes open to KD when he played small ball 5 for Golden State, his couple years there. That was interesting. And Steph is my favorite player.
Bucked up with Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm seeing. I'm just looking at
and Steph is my favorite player of these three, but I think the way that LeBron adapted from go-to scorer to do it all, wrecking ball on both sides of the ball, added a 3-point shot eventually. I think I can build my team in so many different ways around LeBron, where I'll cater to him as the center of the team. And not that KD and Steph,
he's not going to be the coach. Not going to be the GM LeBron. No, sir. You get the X on that. You can just get out on the floor, shut your mouth, and you try to go sit down somewhere.
I'm just a sucker for 6'8" guys that can play 3 or 4 positions. So
yeah, but KD's 7 foot and can play 4 positions.
No, I'm saying
KD's 7 foot and can defend.
I have the unfortunate thing to see the parts of him that, yes, you're absolutely right. And I agree with you. But it's the parts of him that I've seen over the course of years that's like, who
walked into his situation like KD? Nobody walked. Look, he's been in those pockets. I'm giving him credit for being unique.
Yeah, but, you are.
But defensively, on the defensive side of the ball, LeBron and Steph are not in KD's universe.
Okay.
They're just not.
I can agree with that.
Like, we saw flashes. My issue with LeBron is we haven't seen that LeBron defensively in 7 years. Yeah, it's been a minute.
But it's prime. And Bron had it in his
that's
prime.
What you said, prime.
But that's my issue. That's my issue.
Yeah.
That'll be it for On the Block this week. Stricky, good to see you again, my guy. We'll do it again on Monday. Don't go anywhere. We got Old School coming up next. Big thanks to Nebco for sponsoring On the Block.
Keep summer green with Judson Bylene and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago,